Just bear with me. Let me just do this little thumbnail. Is that back to front? It's. I've recorded this once already, and it was out of focus. The lens was pulled, but by the way, don't fret if you're. The usual videos with me out in the field are still going to be. We're still doing them. They still be going out on a Sunday. This is an extra. This is the gift video. An extra video once a week, hopefully, going out on a Wednesday. Do you know? Right, the reason for this putting out a second video is that I've been doing a podcast, and I only put that podcast out. Okay, the Dare Photography podcast. I put it out as like a little bit of a subsidiary thing for people who were already following me. Okay, the subscribers that I already had. And I wasn't worried about. I was like, I want to do something where I'm not worried about any of that algorithm bollocks, and I'm not worried about thumbnails and titles and all of that YouTube stuff. Editing, it's just me. It's just recording it, keeping it real, as if I'm talking to someone in a pub, basically. And it started getting some traction. I started getting a lot of comments, a lot of feedback. People were liking it. So I thought, well, could I do so? Like YouTube, it's like you're always on the balls of your feet with it. You've always kind of like, is this going to work? Is that thumbnail right for that title? And the analytics and all of that stuff. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. I know, it's like, I think that sort of video, that sort of vlogging, it's like, have we had enough of it now? I just get a feeling since pretty much the back end of last year, like people are sick and tired of it. They don't. It's mostly bollocks, especially street photography channels. Like most street photography channels, I'm not naming names. Yeah, I'm not like that. And this is not a criticism. It's just I'm being objective. Hopefully, is it a criticism? Probably is. But most of it, it's guys who were like, oh, I want to create a YouTube channel. Oh, I've got a camera, I know what I'll do. I'll go out and shoot some street photography. So, that's not me. I am a photographer. I'm not just a street photographer. I've been shooting photography I've been a photographer for a living since, feels like since birth. Well, since, I think pretty much 2010. So what's that, 15 years? I shoot a lot of musicians, a lot of bands. I shoot a bit of fashion. I work with brands. A lot of concept work. Well, not so much concept stuff the last few. I'm a photographer for a living, okay? And so I feel like I have got something to bring to the table. But sometimes, like, in those 6 or 7 minute videos that are still going out, by the way, we're still going to be doing those on a Sunday. I love doing them. They're still going out. But you can only bring so much to the table, I think. So, this is just me having a little waffle, yeah, like I tend to do anyway, going off on the odd tangent and hopefully bringing something to the table. It's like, see, the thing is with those other YouTube videos, those guys, they're pretty good at marketing. They're pretty good at getting bums on seats. There's no two ways about it. But they're not overly genuine, are they? They're just like, they're not overly authentic. And I think people in this day and age, because there's so much, like, people themselves when they're not, are they? People are not themselves on social media. It's just like, give me a fucking break. It's like, we want a bit of, it's like, I've had enough of it. Do you know what I mean? It's like being on Love Island, isn't it? It's like everyone's got putting on a bit of an act. So I don't want that on this Wednesday video. Yeah, I'm still drinking these iced coffees. I'm addicted to them. I'm absolutely addicted to them, I am. And I don't even really like coffee that much. I'm a tea man, aren't I? But so we can talk about anything. Obviously, it'd be to do with photography. and they'll be topical. Each Wednesday, I wrap the video around a little bit of a topic that will hopefully be useful. And the podcast that I do is what I do. It's spilled out of my approach to photography and life. Yeah, because the two go hand in hand. The way that I shoot photography, the way that we do anything is the way we do everything, in my experience. So the way that I approach life is the way that I approach shooting. It's the way that I shoot the streets. And that's why I formed the Dare Photography Workshop. And the podcast is kind of spills out of that. So the Dare, what do you call it? I suppose the Dare philosophy, if you like, is about supporting photographers to push through their self-imposed limitations, like, I can't do this because I'm too old or I'm too young, or what if this happens? What if I get fucking struck by lightning? Or all of this stuff. It's about getting on the other side of that, getting on the other side of fear, what holds us back. That's what the podcast is about. Check it out, by the way, the Dare Photography Podcast on Spotify or wherever I suppose you get your podcasts. And I think, I suppose I could have just lifted the old podcast and put that out as a video on a Wednesday, but I know, keep it separate, innit? So just see what we can come up with. And I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll leave it to you guys to come up with a name for it. Someone come up with Short and Street, which I thought, Bill, who's in my Dare community, he come up with that, which I thought was pretty cool, but it's not really short, is it? Already it's not short. I don't want to put a limit on it either. I don't want to put a time fucking frame around it. That's the thing with YouTube. We're always in a hurry. Do you know what I mean? I've got to fit it into 6 minutes. I've got to fit it into 7.5 minutes. And like I said, does this thumbnail work with this title? Does this title work? Is it too long? Is it too... it's all just drives you mad, it does. So maybe leave us a comment and come up with a title for it. Something to do with a little bit of inspiration maybe on a Wednesday to break up the week. Because Wednesday's an odd day, isn't it? You're neither here nor there on a Wednesday. It's like you're not overly depressed because we're 2 days out of Monday. But you can't really start. It's not party time yet. You've still got another day and a bit before you can proper get in the mood. And so I think a little bit of something on a Wednesday will break the week up, won't it? So yeah, but like I said, I am going out today as well. I'm going to end in the East End, and I'm going to shoot. And maybe that's another thing I can get into on a Wednesday. Talking to you a little bit about me process, how I create videos, what comes up for me when I'm out shooting. Well, you know, there's a little bit of that on the other videos on a Sunday, but I've only got so much time. Maybe I'll just put that on myself. Maybe they never had to be like that, those videos. But those videos that I do on a Sunday, people do enjoy them. And so maybe you can choose. Maybe you can listen. Maybe you can watch both, or maybe just choose one or the other. So yes, I shall get out with the Fuji and hopefully create some magic. And I'll put this out. I'll put it out now. It's Wednesday. What's the time? I'm charging me watch. It's 9:30 in the morning. So we should probably go. What should I do? Put it out midday. This. What's a good time to put it out? It'd be your lunch break if you're working, wouldn't it? And have a little watch. And anything you want to know, anything you want me to get me teeth into, anything to do with photography. Maybe it's about making money from photography. Maybe you want to get into that. Make a little bit of Bunce and Burner, nice little earner. We'll see how it goes, isn't it? So it might be a load of bollocks. You know, you might be going, what's this? What's he waffling on about, the geezer? Do you know what I mean? But did we do the thumbnail? I need a thumbnail. Oh, we done that, didn't we? Done it at the beginning. Did I? That's another. He's getting out. See, that's the thing. I'm 50. Do you know what it is when you're in your 50s as well? This is the thing. I don't really give a fuck. And I feel like I've got to give a fuck for YouTube, but I don't really, I don't care. I care about people, very much. I care about people, but I don't care what they think about me. I genuinely could not give one fuck. Like some of the messages I get is like, mostly positive, but you do get the occasional bell end. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'll just make me laugh. It's just like, thank you for taking the fucking time, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because that's all view time to me. And YouTube love it when people comment on my videos. So what should we do? Should we knock it on the head? I've got to go out and shoot. That'll do, won't it? So I'll see you on Sundays, won't I? Sunday's video. Got a nice spill of weather today. So hopefully I can create a bit of magic. See you later.